Hi guys, it's good to be back. Today I have a fun video for you. It's Ellie's 1 month update. I can't believe that she is already 1 whole month old. It has flown by. It's been a very fun and sweet time with sweet Ellie, and it's been really good. By the way, I'm holding her right now and she is staring at our skylight. So right for now she's occupied looking at that. I have a bottle ready to give to her if she starts acting fussy. So I'm hoping to do this, and I'll show her off in just a minute. I was messing around with the angle of this camera and I don't like what I ended up choosing, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's really hard to change at this point with the little one in my arms. For now, this is what we have to work with. So I just wanted to share with you some little highlights about her first month being born. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so first I want to say that she sleeps a lot. I had this impression that, you know, all newborns are awake all the time, crying all the time, and just like giving their parents, you know, just like raising hell for them. But that's not Ellie, at least not right now. She sleeps a lot, and it's a little bit more than what we were expecting. The doctor said that she would wake up and she would want to eat about every 3 hours, and it's been closer to 4.5 sometimes. It just depends. And so she does sleep a lot for a newborn, which I guess that's all they can do, is they eat, sleep, and poop. But I wasn't expecting this much sleep. I thought she was going to give us a lot more pushback, and so that's been a little bit of a blessing for us. We've been a lot more rested because she sleeps a lot, so we sleep a lot. And she also eats a lot. For those of you that didn't know, she was 8.5 pounds whenever she was born, and then she was 9 pounds at her 2-week peds visit, and so she's a big girl. We're currently nursing, but because I'm also going to be working, we had to supplement with bottles, and so I'm pumping and getting that situated for her. So she ends up eating about 2.5 to 3 ounces every sitting, and so she eats a lot, which is good. Nursing is her very favorite thing. She loves being next to me, being on me, on my chest. And what's funny is that she loves to like snuggle so much that sometimes I think that she wants to eat, so I'll put her on, and then like 2 seconds later she'll pop off, but she's like asleep, and she just wants to sleep like on my chest. It's hilarious. She just likes to be snuggled up with mom, and I really like that. Her umbilical cord came out on week 3. It was a little bit slower than normal. They say it should come off the 1st or 2nd week, and so it came off a week later, but that's kind of what she does. She does things a little bit later than we want them to, but that's okay. She is so enthralled by light. Anytime she's awake and alert and we put her next to a light, she just stares at it. And Brian thinks that maybe just because that's all she can see, or it's just a really bright, blurry image for her because she can't see that far in front of her yet. Also, something that she is in awe of is whenever people sing to her. Brett and I have done it a couple times, and she just she just stares at you and loves to hear you sing. And so that's something that we've been doing. I've been singing and doing worship songs with her, which is a lot of fun. And then Brian every morning usually gets up with her early in the morning, and he'll go and he'll feed her and give her a bottle, and then he'll read scripture to her, which is really cool. She reads the Bible with daddy and sings worship songs with mom. One of the best things that she does right now is almost every single time Brian picks her up, she either farts or like poops in his arms, and it's hilarious. We keep making fun of him and saying he's got like this magic touch that makes babies need to go, because it's just like, it's almost every single time he picks her up. She loves her dad, and she's very entertained by him, and he talks to her a lot and plays with her a lot and cuddles, and he's just obsessed with her, and I think she noticed that, and so she's really into that. We haven't taken her out anywhere yet. She hasn't had her first kind of like public outing yet, because it's flu season, and the doctors have been scaring me to bits about just how contagious everything is, and keep her away from kids, and don't let a lot of people touch her. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit, just because she was in the NICU when she was born, and she had pooped before she was born, and so they had to like suction out some of that from her lungs. I'm a little bit paranoid and extra careful because she was sick when she was born. The only places we've been to with her so far are 2 doctor's visits, and then my mom's house, and those are the only places that we've been so far. So she hasn't had like her first big adventure yet, but I'm just worried that because of the flu season, and it's okay, sweet girl, it's okay, there you go. I don't let a lot of people hold her unless they've like washed their hands and sanitized their hands. I'm that mom. I'm so worried about it because our flu season in New Mexico has been so bad, and so many people and children have died from it. It just freaks me out. But hopefully flu season will be done soon, and she'll be older and have a little bit better of an immune system, because she's currently getting, you know, that built up because we're having a couple people come over at a time to visit and meet with her. And so they're bringing their germs into our house and with her. Yeah, I'm scared to bring her out into public. She can sleep through a lot of loud noises like the vacuum cleaner and the dogs barking, which if you've ever been at my house when the dogs are barking, they are the loudest, like highest pitched squeaky dogs at times. And they're just bonkers and are super loud. And she can actually sleep through that, which is super cool. This makes me laugh. She hates baths. She hates them so much. She just screams her head off whenever we try to give them to her. We haven't done a submerged her body in the water bath yet because of her umbilical cord barely just coming out. So we've been doing like sponge baths where like we wrap her in a towel on the bed and then just wash her with a washcloth and eat a little bit of soap, like one arm and appendage at a time. But she, oh my gosh, she hates it. She screams her head off, and I get it. I totally understand why she doesn't like it, because it's the same reason why I don't like it. Like I don't like swimming and stuff. It's the cold. It's the fact that her poor little body's cold, it's getting wet, and then it's just freezing. And so we like put a heater next to us and try to like make it as comfortable for her as possible, but she hates it. And I can't blame her. Being wet sucks and being cold sucks. She loves to be in people's arms. Unless she's in really deep sleep, you cannot put her down in her crib, because she'll just like complain to you that how dare you like put me down, I wasn't asleep yet. And so she loves to sleep in our arms. She's a little bit spoiled that way, but she's the first baby and the first grandbaby, and it's really hard not to hold her and stare at her all the time. So hopefully we'll kind of try to break that habit, but for now it's not that big of a deal to us. Like I had mentioned before, we're gonna attempt to put her on a schedule soon, because now that she's a month old, according to this book that I'm reading called Baby Wise, we're supposed to be putting her in her nursery now and not in the cradle that's in our bedroom, which is like totally scary for me for a couple reasons, but one of them just being I don't like being that far away from her. And so we're gonna attempt either this week or next to start having her sleep by herself in the nursery. And I asked Brian if we could sleep in the guest room, which is closer than our room, for a little bit, so that way I can just feel a little bit closer to her. But I'm nervous about it. I'm like, I just don't want to be away from her. So we're gonna try to sleep train her and put her in her nursery overnight, but also we're trying to establish a schedule. So like I mentioned, I'm reading a book called Baby Wise, and it's about the eat, sleep, feed schedule that newborns need to be on, so that way they can learn to sleep through the night. And as of right now, she's not your average newborn, because like I said, she doesn't do things on a 2.5 or 3 hour like kind of loop. She does things a little bit differently. So as of right now, she's only waking up in the middle of the night once. It's really not too bad, but yeah, we're gonna try to establish a schedule to have some consistency. Her every first feeding of the day is gonna be around this time, and then, you know, so on and so forth. So basically it's like she wakes up, you change her diaper, you feed her, you play with her for a little bit, like 30 minutes, and then put her back down. And so hopefully we can get that started. I'm trying to implement it now. I'm about to finish the book, but it's hard. It's hard to force her to do something whenever she just wants to do her own thing. It's a little bit hard, but hopefully we will get her kind of situated. She can pick up her head for a good amount of time. She's been doing it since week 2. She just like has been, anytime we try to burp her, or if I put her in like the little sling where her head's right here, the little infant carrier, she just tries to pick up her head so, hi sweet girl, so much, and so she's getting pretty good at it. And she almost rolled over one. She's very active, moves around a lot. Me and Brian love it because she has like an overactive arm, and so like she'll be eating or she'll be staring and she'll just be like, and it's the funniest thing. Oh my gosh, I love that about her. She's so expressive. She makes the funniest faces and with her little eyebrows, and it's hilarious. She's just very expressive, and I am so excited to see that come out. And finally, something kind of interesting. So she has been a little bit gassy, and it was really bothering her around like week 2. And so when we went to go see the doctor, he suggested a couple things. He suggested like laying her down on her back, grabbing her legs and pushing like her knees up, like kind of towards her chest. And the pressure from her legs will help kind of pass gas. And then also he asked me to try a dairy-free diet and see if that helped, because the first couple weeks that she was born, we had like this kind of sign-up sheet where people would come to meet Ellie, but also had to bring a meal to us so that we didn't have to cook, which was really nice and super awesome, and I loved like the system of how we did that. But we got like a lot of casseroles, and casseroles are traditionally filled with tons and tons of cheese, which I'm not hating because I love cheese. But basically, we were noticing just that she was getting really fussy and was having a hard time passing gas, and so the doctor suggested for me to switch to a dairy-free diet, which I've been like 90% dairy-free. I still eat a little bit of cheese because I can't help it, because I love it so much. But we've noticed a significant difference in her fussiness. Because of that, I, for the most part, have quit eating it, so that way when I nurse, my milk isn't too hard on her stomach, because it's gonna have like lactose in it anyways because it's milk and it's my milk. But the cheese that all of the dairy that I was consuming was also something that it was a lot for her and affecting her. It's been a really fun month. She's magical. Brian and I are obsessed with her. We love her. We think she's so freaking cute and funny. We love doing funny things with her, like making her dance. She's very interesting to us because she's our child, and so whether she's asleep or especially if she's awake, we're just like in awe and so excited to hang out with her. But she essentially is just a really cute sack of potatoes right now. And so we're excited for her to grow up a little bit and kind of see that, but I am sad that this month flew by because she's just so precious. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor, if you like these types of videos where I sit down in front of the camera and talk to you versus like my vlogs, because I'm going to keep doing vlogs as well, but I just want to know if this is a kind of video that you like, or if it's just something that's not really interesting to you. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up or comment on it, and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye. And here she is. Oh, lost a glove. She gets out of those so easily. But this is sweet Ellie. She is currently waking up from a nap / eating. See if I'm trying to turn her to you. It's not really working. And she's staring at the skylight. But this is sweet Ellie. This is my big girl, a whole 1 month old. Oh, she's so awake. She's our wakey girl. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. We have to keep these gloves on her because her nails just grow so fast, and we don't want her to scratch her pretty face. Hi, sweet girl. Hello.